last year he's been doing Maldives. And so we thought they were just doing like the family, like Ian and stuff, and do like the song and a wedding. And then it turned out the whole family, like Josh's family and her family, all cousins and stuff, they got up into the song. It was so good. And then his family did a half parade and he did the song for half parade.
The cultural service can be real cool, eh?
In my outfit, so it's like I was like, oh, one of them, he like long, he like been like the mob, and he was like, he was like, you're gonna get killed? I was like, oh my god. But he's not the mob, so he really loved it. I said to Alice, she was like, no, she lived with them.
I thought he just got out. They look orange, you know.
They look really easily intimidating.
Not you, Owen.
Owen wants some mic.
So, who's on us? What about now?
Ben.
We'll be late.
It's not actually really, where is that live stream that I need?
I'm writing. I'm blind. We've got new glasses coming this week. They'll be in the mailbox. And they're like doing it out. I was like, it's not the cadence I've seen there. Find them, but they're like, okay, like, you just cut it. Like, no, you can't do it. We're push. Yeah, I'll tell you about to win it up. Excuse me. Oh, you're there. Mate, you ready for that? Where are all these people? Huh? Down there? Why is that whole table empty?
Comes and goes, but
Are you ready? Hey guys, do you want to come back? We're going to start the next round.
Mikey, we're up. I promise you'll get one with me. Half an hour.
Is the live stream up? Is it good to go?
Fred, I did.
Okay, if you could make your way back to your seats, please.
What? What? Oh, Edie.
And that's right. Stuff that for me. Okay, so if you just turn towards the TV, and we're going to hear from Sean, Josh's dad.
Hi Josh and Kate. I've come into the wine lanes here in Cape Town where I'm now going to be working, and there are two reasons. One, obviously, I know you guys love to go to your wine farms, and so all 4,400 wine producers in Cape Town area, this is just one of them which is close to us. But it's interesting, when I was thinking about talking to you guys, I suddenly remembered some old biology about wine and winemaking, and one of the things that I remember very clearly is that for wine to be produced, obviously you have to grow the fruit, and the fruit needs to be really good. And then the second thing is that in order to get the wine from the fruit, you actually need to put the fruit through quite a lot of pressure. And so you guys might be feeling quite romantic now and looking a little bit like these beautiful wine plants, but there will be times when life will look like this weed area in between the vines. And you might be feeling very, very romantic right now, but there will be times where it'll be hard. And if you've got the right attitude, then it's not going to be a problem, because the vines will produce the good fruit if you're putting the right things in. So if you put the right ingredients into a marriage, one thing that is going to happen, you will have a great marriage, and you will be able to produce really, really good wine. So I'm hoping you guys take that into account as you go forward into your marriage. You may also know that Josh's other great love in life, other than Kate and Indy, of course, is golf. And I know he's managed to get Kate onto the driving range at least once that I know of. I'm not sure if he's ever convinced her to take up the game, and I'm not sure he ever will. But marriage is also like a little bit like playing golf. Every day when you wake up, your body wakes up slightly differently. You've got some aches and you've got some pains, and your body responds differently to the golf swing. And some days you go out onto the golf course and you pull the ball and you hook the ball, and then other days you go out there and you slice the ball. And marriage is a little bit like golf, because there will be days when things are not quite going the way you want them to go, and things are a little bit difficult. But if you stick at it and you adapt, you will find that you're able to get out of those bunkers, you can get out of the hazards, and you can have quite a successful day, and obviously a very successful marriage as well. Because marriage is going to throw a whole lot of curveballs at you, and I hope that Kate won't do too much slicing for your sake, Josh. But here's another thing that I think that you really would benefit from: communication. Keep communicating, keep talking, keep telling each other how you are and how you feel about things, right through the tough times. Another thing that's really going to help you guys is if you surround yourself with good people. You need to surround yourself with good people who will be honest with you and help you through the tough times. So you guys Josh, you chose to be 17,000 kilometers away from here. And even though we're 17,000 kilometers away, we're not with you physically, but we certainly are with you in spirit. You and your beautiful bride on your very special day that you've been waiting for so long. It would be amiss of me not to thank Rex and Bev for their friendship, for their kindness, and also for accepting a youngster from South Africa, the home of the real world champions, into their lives. And guys, we just wish we could spend more time with you. We wish we could be out there with you, come and visit you at the farm. But thank you for accepting Josh. Thank you for making him feel at home. Thank you for accepting him to take your daughter's hand in marriage. I hope he did ask Rex. I hope he got it right. But thank you for everything that you guys have done. And Josh, Kate, we would have so loved to have been with you on your special day. But we're not, and we have no doubt that we'll spend lots of time with you guys in the future, and hope to have many special days with you guys going forward. Have a wonderful wedding day. Have a wonderful party. Ons het julle baie lief.
Hello. Okay, so before we hear from the groomsmen, we have more guests to introduce. Josh's family, I would like you to meet Andrew Turner. Andrew! Turner is a special introduction we'd like to make to Josh's mum, Jane. Turner has made requests on every RSVP to Kate and Josh, and let's be honest, there's been a few, to please be seated next to Josh's mum. While we can't deliver on this tonight, Turner, we'd like to make sure she feels your love regardless. Could you do me a favour and look under your chair and hold up what you find? You'll need to take it off. Hold it up. This is So this is a lovely picture of well, if you this is so annoying. If you haven't guessed, this is a lovely picture of Josh's mum, Jane. Please look after her tonight without being too creepy. Too late. Alright, so I'm going to hand it over to Kyle, Drew and Dangles, followed closely by Flaps, of course, and then the main man himself, Josh.
Okey-doke.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can just pick up. Yeah. Just need a little harmonica. Like barbershop quartet styles. No, I'm kidding, we won't. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cam, not Dangles. The Douglas just rhymes with Dangles, but if you want to call me Dangles, that's fine. Everyone else does it, so it's cool. This is Drew, this is Carl, and we're going to be shedding a bit of light on one of Auckland's top power couples, Josh and Kate. Looking smashing there. Now, as I've had the somewhat dubious honour of having known Josh the longest out of anybody in this room, I thought it only appropriate to take you back to where it all began. And that was at the beginning of 2010, where we both embarked on a gap year to the UK. Now, I'm 17, fresh-faced, right out of high school, and I'm excited but also very daunted about all the challenges that are awaiting. Now, looking over to Josh, when I met him, he sort of gave off the vibe that he had the whole thing figured out. You know, with that kind of quiet, understated, yet sort of debonair confidence about him. And when I say quiet, understated and debonair, I should probably clarify that as loud, bombastic, and immediately apparent to anyone within 2 metres of him. And this was no less apparent on the night that we were due to meet our new boss, the headmaster of the school, a man named Peter Dix. Now, an interesting guy, and I thought we might, since I've got the slideshow here, I should get things pretty visual. I think I might just talk like that, it's cutting out a little bit.
No, you need to speak into that so they can hear.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So, to best describe Peter Dix, I thought I'd get a bit visual. And the best way to describe him is that he's the love child between Exhibit A, Tywin Lannister, and Exhibit B, everyone's favourite cartoon naturalist, Sir Nigel Thornberry. So a pretty intimidating dude all round, but also with a cracking accent and an air of whimsy about him. And as he's our boss, we're all anxious to make a good first impression. And we thought to do this, we'd set about making a bit of a game plan. So we boys would all get dressed up, ready for the dinner. And we'd talk about how we're going to approach the dinner and how we're going to impress him. And we're sort of ironing out what we're going to say in dinner conversation. And we realised that we're missing one of the boys for this meeting. And it's Josh. He's nowhere to be found. It's then we are sitting in the lounge and we hear some footsteps coming towards us. It's got to be the last boy there. The door swings open, and there, standing in front of us in all his 5'10" glory, is Josh Van Veek, dressed head to toe in a white suit. And when I say white suit, I'm not talking about these fine sort of ivory jackets we're in today. I'm talking Matthew Perry's teeth at the Friends reunion white. Visual aids, everyone. Yeah, it was pretty white. And that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. It was a white suit, but he also had the extra panache to go and pair it with a Kermit the Frog lime green woolen sweater vest. Exhibit C. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Ow! Kate, how do you keep your hands off him? Oh, good God. Oh. And so there, on the cool English evening, the boys are just taking in this man. Well, it was John Travolta. I mean, Josh, standing in front of us that evening. And he sort of sizes us up and looks at all of us and he goes, "Boys, don't worry. I got this covered." And while I will joke about Josh's supreme assuredness, I think I can confidently say that you'd be hard to find a friend who will back you as fiercely as Josh does in any given situation. I think it's this loyalty combined with his amazing confidence that's meant he's been able to bag an absolute peach of a lady, the young Kate. A lady who may be about, oh yes, but isn't she looking wonderful tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Our lady who unfortunately may be about as sun-smart as an elderly Greek gentleman on a nudist beach. But a lady who's also smart, kind, funny, and caring. And it is a lady I know Josh will treasure for the rest of his life. And that's play from me, so on to you, Kyle.
I'm going to stand here because I'm going to point to him.
Nah, you could, mate. You're good.
Do I have to? Liz? Oh, can you stand a little bit more that way? More that way? Yeah. There. Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's a tough one to follow. Thanks, Cam, for stitching me up there. So my name's Kyle, and I'm the best man this evening. My first interaction with Josh was standing outside a uni lecture room. I saw this baby-faced, long, luscious hair, bloke of a man, give a head nod in my direction from what I thought was the rugby club that we both used to play for. And he was walking in my direction, and I thought I was going to meet this guy, only for him to continue walking by and say hello to the bloke behind me. So, fair to say there was an awkward moment, but nevertheless, I don't see that guy here today, so I'm pretty sure I've got one up on him. I'd never met someone at the age of 21 as injured as much as Josh. I mean, also, yeah, I mean, oh no, what's happening here? Sorry guys.
Buffering.
Deleted it. I've never met someone as injured as much as Josh. He was always managed to occupy the sideline. It was his big day. He was fizzing and he was named in the starting 15. And he runs into the changing room before the game even starts with a dislocated finger, much to his delight. And he had to drive himself to A&E. Oh, I'm really struggling here, guys. Sorry about this. Fast forward today, we've had some great times together with many highlights in between. You've been a great shoulder to lean on, bounce ideas off, and offer some sound advice. You're a great friend, and anyone who is fortunate enough to cross paths with you is very lucky. Josh is a very driven and passionate and hard-working person. It was no surprise after uni he started working at CCA. It wasn't long into his role he'd met someone very special through the grad program. It wasn't until maybe 5-6 trips later down to Christchurch I asked him what was going on with all these trips to the South Island. I learned that Josh had met a girl and would make the trip down south for the weekends to see her. She must be special. I mean, that's a lot of airfares for travel for something not so serious. From the day Kate and Josh started dating, I'd never seen him so happy. Confidence sky high and a glow about him that would never seem to fade. You're truly blessed to both have one another. Josh, after all these years, I've discovered something about you. You're someone who will never let the opportunity slip, like taking the chance in a long-distance relationship that would change your life forever. On that note, I would like to follow in your footsteps and ask everyone in this room to raise their glass to this special moment and not to let this opportunity slip by. Kate, if you can please place your right hand on the table. And Josh, if you could please place yours on top of Kate's. In front of your nearest and dearest, we'd all like to acknowledge that Josh, this is the last time you'll ever have the upper hand in your marriage. Congratulations to you both, and I hope everyone has a good evening.
Nice one, mate. Oh, Joshy boy. Evening all. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Drew. Hi, Drew. Josh and I first met halfway through uni and bonded over our long, luscious hair, witty banter, top of the class grades, and all the late night chats we had in the library while we studied our weekends away. Now, you know when we joke about Josh's long, luscious hair, that most of what I said wasn't true. I've been fortunate enough to know Josh and Kate for over 8 years, mainly thanks to Coca-Cola funding a 2-week holiday when all the grads came up to Auckland for our induction. Josh and I, being the gentlemen that we are, offered to drive a few of the grads around in exchange for free beers after work each day. It's safe to say that this was when Kate caught Josh's eye. He ensured that she always drove in his car, sat next to him during work meetings, constantly checked to make sure Kate laughed at his jokes, and basically proceeded to follow her around like a little puppy needing attention. 8 years later, with a puppy of their own, it's safe to say not much has changed, Josh. On a serious note, it's been an absolute pleasure to watch these two grow together. You have been on multiple overseas adventures. You've tackled the huge task of joining the Auckland Property Ladder not only once but twice. You're both incredibly generous and loving people who not only have strong work ethics and immense passion individually, but as a couple you're both incredibly genuine and kind-hearted. You two never shy away from catching up with friends, hosting after-work drinks and dinners, and are always there to offer advice and support. Basically, what I'm trying to say here, Josh, is that Kate is amazing and you're most definitely punching. So I just continue doing whatever you're doing. I know how difficult this day's been to prepare for, with multiple lockdowns, wedding postponements, and Cindy changing the rule books as she goes. But you've made it, and we're all super excited for you both, the future that awaits you two, and all the fun memories yet to be had. Now it's time for you two to sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this special day. So with that, it's my pleasure to ask you all to stand, raise a glass, and toast the newlywed Mr. and Mrs. Van Wyk. Yeah, boy. That's you. Yeah, that's good. Oh.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you, my real name is Alex, just in case you have forgotten after my great introduction. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge Josh's family who, as you all know, unfortunately cannot be here today. I know they'll be celebrating in South Africa for you both today, and I really hope you get to celebrate in person with them sometime soon. So I'd like you all to please turn to the live stream and raise a toast. Oh, where is it? Just raise a toast to Josh's family. Yes, thank you.
Careful, Turner.
I cannot tell you exactly how I met Kate, but it was during our time at St Matthew's Collegiate where our parents sent us in hope of becoming polite young ladies. Rex and Bev, luckily for you, this is not a 21st speech, and I'll just leave you to believe that your money was well spent. Following school, Kate and myself both headed to university in Canterbury, where we lived together in various flats for 4 years. Little did we know that when we set up our joint bank account for the flat account and lived together for over 3 years, we had both unknowingly entered into a de facto relationship, which the boys love to remind us about. Time management was not our strong point at uni, and Kate and I spent many evenings doing assignments until up all night together, doing all-nighters, and Kate's lack of time management skills usually roll over into her day-to-day life. Not today. You could always guarantee that for a night out, the flat would be left waiting on Kate. So Josh, I have some advice for you. Always let Kate know you're leaving a good 30 minutes before you actually are. Except for today. During our last year in Christchurch, Kate was travelling to Auckland for training as part of her graduate role with Coke. Now, after years of living with Kate, I had learnt that Kate was not the girl to run into your room on a hungover Saturday morning and share with you all her secrets from the night before about a lovely guy she had met. So, when the trips to Auckland slowly started becoming more frequent and the odd weekend stay started occurring, we had our suspicions that there was a Jaffa lad involved in this. We finally got to meet Josh when he came down to Christchurch to join us for a red card, and the rest is history.
How'd that go, Josh?
Kate and Josh's bougie life in Auckland is definitely a contrast to the life that I live in Taihape. Hey guys. Kate's weekends are full of brunching in her Lululemon wardrobe and trips to exclusive golf resorts where Josh pays a small fortune for a round of golf while Kate is treated to a spa day. While my weekends are spent chasing sheep and swearing at dogs. Or my husband. Although our lifestyles are very different, we've remained best of friends, and every time we catch up, there's always a glass of rosé in hand, plenty of laughs, and good times had. Kate, you've been a truly amazing friend over the years, and for that I will be forever grateful. I cannot wait to spend many more weekends with both of you in Kuratau, and maybe soon the holidays will change from us filling our rosé glasses and making platters to us filling sand buckets and making sandcastles. You guys have some catching up to do. Now, I know speeches can drag as much as Cindy's 1 p.m. announcement. So I would like to give you all the chance to spread your legs, and we're going to play a wee game. Can everyone please stand? You guys don't have to. You can just sit and enjoy. Nah. Because you have the answers. Oh, yeah. So, how this game works... Okay, this is called Who Knows the Couple Best. So how this works is I'm going to ask you a question. If you think the answer is Josh, you put your hands on your bum. If you think the answer is Kate, you put your hands on your boob. We'll do a practice one to begin with, just to check you all got that. So first up, who was responsible for blowing the wedding budget? Okay, so, and if you get it wrong, then you'll sit down. So first up, who made the first move? The answer's Josh. So anyone who put Kate, please sit down. Who drunkenly brought 100 chicken nuggets on their company credit card and had to confess to their boss come Monday morning? It's Kate, so anyone who put Josh, please sit down. Who is the tallest? Who's the tallest?
Is this me? Pre-hair, post-hair?
If Josh has his hair up, I put the answer as Kate. Who is Indy's favourite? Josh. They got rid of a whole lot of people. It's not true, I just had to put something as him. Who recently had a shot of breast milk?
Josh.
I hope it wasn't Josh, it was Kate. Who cleans the shower most often? Yes. We'll put Kate on that one. I think we heard that today. How many have we got left standing? 5. Okay. Who sunburns the easiest? Ah, Kate.
Oh, really? What about yesterday afternoon?
We got one winner.
Someone was lottoing like all of them at once.
No, I just don't. You can have the whole lot.
Just go.
I would like to congratulate you both on your determination and patience in bringing today together. Words cannot express how happy I am that we finally get to celebrate with you. It's been one hell of a road, thanks to Cindy, and I'm stoked to finally be up here with you today to see you marry each other. Today has been an incredible celebration of the two of you, and there's only one thing that we're missing today that would have been present back in December 2020. Some more of Josh's hair. Josh, thank you so much for looking after my friend and treating her to the best life that she deserves. I cannot wait to see the life that you continue to build together, and I'm looking forward to you purchasing that batch in Coromandel. Pumped. And the boat. I wish you both all the happiness in the world as you start the next chapter together. I think there are many of us in this room that know we'd be filing for divorce if we'd spent over 100 days in lockdown together with our other halves. So there's no question about how strong your relationship is. I think we can also all agree that anyone who can plan a wedding 3 times over deserves a toast from us all. So I'd like you to all please stand and raise your glass to Kate and Josh.
Will it go on the floor?
Yes, don't hold on.
Josh, this may or may not show the lack of.
Can you all see my hair? It's tough enough getting grief at work every single day of my life. Thanks, Alex. Flaps. Today we married for better or for worse. I couldn't have done better, and Kate couldn't have done worse. Finally, we're here. We made it. High five. A day like today wouldn't have come together with some amazing people that gathered around us to make it special and make it happen. Kate and I are so thankful for all your support, and we'd like to call out a few people in particular just to thank. Firstly, Moi Hall. You guys have always been a winner for us. We've loved coming here for lunches. We've probably got a second mortgage here. And we've always enjoyed the way that you guys have worked together and how your team have worked together. And obviously both of us working in direct and hospitality, it's special to see that. And yeah, we couldn't have had a better place that we could have chosen. In particular, a big thank you to Hannah. You've been amazing. You've made a potentially stressful situation really relaxed and really chilled. So cheers, Hannah. We'd like to thank our vendors in particular. Countless questions, constant changes during uncertainty, and we're stoked that we've managed to make all of you work and keep all of you. A big shout out in particular to Ben, our photographer. Ben's doing, videographer. Ben's doing 3 back-to-backs this weekend and is flying out to Rotorua, I think at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and in particular has made this work for us. And yeah, we love your finished product. We know it's going to be amazing. We just hope in your tiredness you don't tape over any of our videos, please. Because that'll really send me. My boys, my groomsmen, yeah, you've scrubbed up all right. Yeah. Looking good. Thanks for being legends. You guys have been amazing throughout the time, supporting us leading up to the big day. It's been awesome celebrating the occasion with you guys, giving our friendships over almost 12 plus years. However, it must be noted, Kate has got 2 hens do's, and I'm still yet to receive my stag.
You know what's coming. It's so much better when you're married.
Shit's gonna hit the fan now. Bridesmaids, girls, you look amazing. Everyone, please give a toast to the 3 girls. You guys have been, thank you for being there for Kate and I during a really challenging time for us, given all the delays. Countless phone calls, flowers, treats, McDonald's, just to check in on us. It went a huge way for us, just making us feel you guys' love and that you cared for us, and we're very lucky to call you guys friends, so thank you. Kim, it's been a while since I've laughed that hard, to be fair. It's so special celebrating here on your family land. Thanks for keeping us in check and on time today. As you've heard, Kate's typically not very good at it. It's been ages since I've laughed that hard, and you've done an amazing job emceeing us and ripping us all out today. I hope you've enjoyed as much as us. Please make sure you do drink now. Cheers to Kim. Nate, cheers for looking after the music. Cheers for looking after the stresses of the technology. Nothing went right before we all arrived, and Nate fixed it. So, mate, it's special for you personally to bring that experience for me and my special day and our special day. So, yeah, that went a huge way. No doubt you're very thankful that there's not too many weddings left, because you have been called up to be the music guy, everyone. To Andrew, thanks for making the signs. Given the night before, I was a little bit stressed, I won't lie. But you whipped up an amazing job, and there's certainly a career there in making signs there. Also, just thank you so much for being a general hand and taking the small jobs away from us and delivering everything on time and perfectly for us. It really made the day work out we needed. To all of you, thanks for being on, then off, then on, then off, then back on again. Shout out to you all. We know it's a Thursday, we know it's a long weekend for half of you, and it means absolutely everything to us to have you guys all here celebrate our special day. The night is young, lit loose. Cheers to all of you. To my new family, the Mackays, at least I can pronounce that surname. Finally, I can call you officially family. Not that I've ever felt as though I haven't been welcomed into your family. In particular, I bet Andrew was pretty stoked when he first met me. He would have known right from the start that this guy ain't taken over no farm. And he's definitely not wrong. To Rex and Bev, I'm so happy to be a part of your family, and I hope you know and trust that your daughter's in safe hands with me. You've raised a wonderful woman, and I'm so lucky, and we're both so lucky to have you guys in our lives. I'm pretty stoked you gave me your blessings to marry Kate, given it's a little bit late now. However, I figured I was going to be okay given the fact that Rex has allowed me to safely return home multiple times after going deep into the farm with just a shotgun. To my family, you guys on the live stream, what I would do to have you guys here, it's this morning in particular was incredibly hard for me. Just to have you guys celebrate the day with my wife, my new family, my friends. We miss you guys and we love you guys. We hope you're all wide awake watching the live streams. If you're not, I'll be sending you the bill. Trust me, it wasn't cheap. Ben's driving Mercedes-Benz. Thank you for helping me getting through my fat phase as a 12-year-old. There's absolutely no ways I would have landed the girl that Kate is today if I hadn't got through that. For those of you who haven't seen photos, go talk to my work colleagues. I'm sure they've saved some photos if you fancy a laugh. Is it? No. Kate and I will be sure to get out to South Africa as soon as we can to celebrate a second wedding in the vineyards. And last and most important, thank you goes out to my beautiful wife. Thank you for not leaving me. I'm bloody stoked you didn't bail on me given you had 3 chances. I'll come back to you later. Kate and I, when we wrote down our day to you in some months, years ago, we wrote down things we wanted the day to be. We wanted wine, tick. We wanted sunshine, tick. And we wanted vineyards, tick. And I think we absolutely nailed that today. We certainly won't forget today. The rain was certainly something that we didn't expect, but yeah, I'm glad everyone dried up and we managed to celebrate the day and continue it on. It's so amazing to have our special day. She's been a long wait. We've never felt so unprepared for something we've had 2 years to prepare for. It's been fantastic today, taking some time out just to watch all of you mix and mingle. It's made the wait so worth it, and we hope you've all had some fun celebrating with us too. Thick paper. So our story began fairly quickly, and it's been amazing ever since. Kat and I met in early 2014 while on a 2-week graduate induction at Coke. Safe to say, I fancied her right from the start. So much so, I ditched my flatmates, stayed with her at her hotel for over a week, all the while forgetting to tell my flatmates where I'd actually gone until I got a phone call from them asking if I was okay. The 2-week induction ended, and I remember hugging Kate goodbye at Auckland Airport, and I said, I'll come and visit you in Christchurch. A week or two went by, and I decided to lock in that flight to Christchurch to visit. We had a great weekend together, and Kate dropped me back to the airport at 5 a.m. on Monday to get back to Auckland. Only I kind of stuffed up. Turns out I'd booked 2 one-way flights from Auckland to Christchurch versus a normal return flight. Some $350 later, I returned to Auckland that morning, wondering if Kate was going to be worth it all. Soon after the Christchurch trip, I got Kate up to Auckland and out to Waiheke, where I asked her to be my girlfriend. I think my line was something like, "Mum, I'm going to struggle to introduce you to my mum as a friend, so we're going to need to make this official pretty soon." Late 2014, Kate moved up to Auckland to be with me. Sorry, I mean move up to Auckland for work. 5 years later, I took Kate back to Waiheke for a last-minute weekend trip and asked her to be my wife. Here we are today, almost 8 years later from the start, celebrating our wedding, and I wouldn't change a thing. We survived many things together over the last almost 8 years, which will hold us in good stead. Some things we've survived: a short stint of long-distance relationship, working together at the same company, traveling 13 plus countries together, driving left-hand manual on the wrong side of the road with a foreign GPS, a stint of Bali Belly at the same time in a very small hotel room. I genuinely thought I was going to die. Holidays away with my family with no escape routes from in-laws. Holidays ending with me being taken away for interrogation by immigration at 1:30 in the morning. Buying a house in Glen Innes. Safe to say, Kate wasn't too stoked about this decision. From memory, I think her exact words were, after our drive-by through the area, was, "Fuck that, we're not living there." 4 years later, we might be able to move into our new suburb at the end of the year. And more recently, 3 lockdowns at home and 3 cracks at our wedding. But we made it through unscathed. If anything, we've come out stronger together, having made the most of every experience together. Take away the wedding delays, I'd do it over again. Time to get a little bit soppy. Kat and I are so lucky to have some amazing examples of marriage in our families, with some 310 years of marriage across our parents and grandparents today. And today we promise to continue that legacy. For me, that's pretty special. That's, I think, some impressive numbers. Kate, your workplace, your friends, your family, Indy, and myself are also lucky to have you in our lives. I'm your biggest fan, and I'm so proud of you. And I and us have managed to do and become together over our relationship. I meant everything I said today in my vows, and I promise to always look after and support you. I love how we never turned down an opportunity to celebrate anything good. So tonight we celebrate the best thing to happen to us. I love you. So wrapping it up, I ask you to charge those glasses, stand up. A final toast to our venue, our vendors, all you guests, the bridal party, new family, family afar, to love, to us, a long and healthy marriage, and lastly, to my beautiful wife. Cheers.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right, so before I sign off for the night, we have one last couple for Josh's family to meet. Kirsty and Reese. Kirsty and Reese, give them a wave. Kirsty and Reese, who all the Auckland crew like to call parent goals because they're because hello. Why does this happen to me?
Ready? You've lost you.
Right. Like to call parent goals because they're absolute pissheads. Well, mainly Kirsty. Reese is often driving the girls all around Auckland to accommodate Kirsty's social life. So it's nice to see you have a night off from the Ubering race. Like Flaps, Kirsty's another one to watch out for in the minivan tonight. One of her most recent drinking expeditions not only saw her get an Uber cleaning fee, but got a double cleaning fee because apparently cleaning out spew from seatbelt buckles is not cheap. If you get a new van tonight, make sure you're seated behind her. So Josh's family, I hope that you have enjoyed getting to know some of your guests in more depth. I know I enjoyed it. And you're probably thinking, questionable friends, but I can assure you that it really wouldn't be the same without them. As a reminder, the minivans are leaving here from 10:30 p.m. onwards, which takes you back to the square and surroundings. Don't miss the ride. The van sounds like it wouldn't be short of entertainment. The band is kicking off soon. So could you make the effort to be on the dance floor maybe in like 10 minutes time, as we'll toast the newlywed to start the D floor off. The guest book is also inside. Please sign it, take a snap of yourselves. Desserts will also be there, so make the most of that. I've also heard there are late night snacks. Fried chicken all night, love that for us. So, Kate and Josh, I know everyone will agree with me. We are so happy that this day has finally come. I hope today has been everything that you imagined and more. This is the part where you let your hair down and get lit. So, here's to you. Here's to all of you out there. Let's make it tonight a night they won't forget, which I'm sure won't be hard with guests like you. So, cheers, everyone.
Who's that woman? Who's that woman?
Right, to the bottom.
Go!